everyone, and a warm welcome to Cialfo's Career Talk with the talented students and parents of Children's Academy, grade 8 through 11. I am Miss Amandeep, Children's Academy International, Children and International Schools College Counselor, and here we are to host this virtual event for all of you. This exciting online event reflects the collaborative effort between Cialfo and Children's Academy to provide insightful guidance on academic and career planning, helping students make informed decisions about their future paths. Children's Academy is committed to providing its students with a holistic education and combines academic excellence, innovative teaching, and global perspective. A special highlight of this commitment is the Children's Academy International School and its IBCP. Through this program, it blends the academic rigor with practical, real world application, equipping students with critical thinking skills, global awareness, and career specific knowledge. Its transformative approach ensures students are prepared for higher education and success in diverse professional settings. So, today's session underscores the vital role of career counseling and subject selection in a student's journey. Whether you're choosing your first set of subjects, that is for grade 8, or preparing for applications like for grade 11 and 12, the session will guide you in navigating these crucial milestones with clarity and confidence. So, just to take you through the structure of today's event, for grade 8 students, we will begin with the onboarding session to explore tools and resources that will support your academic and subject selection and career journey. Please ensure you are following along on your screens to make the session as interactive as possible. You all have received your emails from Cialfo. Kindly click on that and get on the registration, get on the portal so that we can help you navigate from there. Later at 6:45 p.m., we will host an insightful career talk for all the students from grade 8 through 11. This discussion will focus on future planning, goal setting, and selecting paths aligned with your unique interests and aspirations. A few instructions as we are live streamed on YouTube. So we encourage all students and parents to actively participate. So if you have any questions, feel free to drop them in the chat box. We will address as many as possible during the Q&A segment towards the end of today's session. Remember, this is your opportunity to gain clarity and insight. So don't hesitate to engage or don't hesitate to ask questions whenever seems relevant. With that, I will not take a lot of time and have our first speaker coming here, Ms. Debapriya, Specialist Client Partner at Cialfo. With over 13 years of experience in the field of education, Ms. Debapriya has worked with numerous schools across India. Her passion for helping students discover their potential is evident in her inspiring approach to education. She firmly believes in lifelong learning and views every experience as an opportunity to grow and gain knowledge. She has been handholding our students right from grade 8, and it has been a beautiful journey with Cialfo, with Devapriya for all of these years. So, over to Devapriya to take our grade 8 students for the onboarding session.
Thank you, Aman, and our sincere gratitude to Amandeep, to the principal and entire community, school community, and of course, parents and students for giving us this opportunity to interact with each other in today's session. So, as Amandeep mentioned, that we want this is going to be a very productive session. So, yes, I'm very happy to take over for the onboarding session. We are going to start. I have my colleague Tanisha also, who will be the next speaker, and we have a beautiful session planned post the onboarding session. So I'm going to share a presentation, and this is meant for grade 8 students. So I would request all the grade 8 students, if you have access to your devices, you can open your dashboard, Cialfo dashboard, right? So that when I'm showing you the platform, I'm explaining you the features and the tabs, like what would be productive for you, what would be useful for you, right? You can also parallelly look at those features. So yes, I'm going to share, give me a second, I'm going to share my screen. Okay, so here you go. First, to talk about Cialfo, I hope my screen is visible to everyone. Amandeep,
Yes, it is.
yeah,
Yes.
fine. First, to talk about Cialfo, or what is Cialfo, like what exactly we are doing. We are very happy to be a partner with Children's Academy, and Cialfo, as a whole, we can explain it as a career guidance platform, a college placement platform where you can come, you can create your profile, you can find out what are your strengths, what are your weaknesses, and you can work on your skills. You can build your profile, and gradually, eventually, you will find your best fit college, right? So when we talk about best fit college, maybe my best fit colleges are different than yours because you have a different set of skills, I have a different set of skills. So Cialfo is all about to find out the best possible best fit colleges for all of you, right? So moving forward, just to give you a brief idea about who we are based out of Singapore. We are a Singapore based company. Our headquarter is in Singapore. In fact, our annual conference is happening in Singapore right now, and we have expanded globally. We have many schools with whom we are working, like you, like Children's Academy. So right now, if you can see on my screen, 3,10,000 students. So this presentation was made much before. So it's more than 5 lakh students who are globally using our platform. We have our offices in Washington, in New Delhi, in India, that is New Delhi, and of course in China. And we are expanding. So Cialfo has been derived from the Olympic motto CTS, Altius, and Fortius. You all know about this. What is CTS? Like faster, and Altius means higher, and Fortius means stronger. So we want to provide the right kind of information at the right moment, right? So suppose I'm a grade 8 student and I need help on like what would be my best subjects. Like I need guidance on subject selections. Now, uh, how I can be able to take a decision like what would be the best subjects for me. So you have to do a lot of research, right? You have to do a lot of research on different career options related to science, related to technology, related to arts, related to literature, and there are multiple things. So second half of this presentation, I'll be taking you to the platform when I'll be showing you like how to find out the best career options, and so that eventually you can decide on what subjects would be the best subject for you. So now let's discover Cialfo. So Cialfo has given you the registration link already. We have sent the registration links yesterday to all of you. I'm sure like maybe some of you have logged in already. Some of you, most of you, I assume that you have not logged in yet, but it's a very simple process. I'm going to show you the process as well. So you must have received one email from notifications at the cialfo.co. This is the email ID, and it will go to your school email ID. So all of you, you can check. I can give you 1 minute time. You can just open your school email ID and you can find out this specific email from Cialfo, which we call welcome email, right? So if it might go to your spam folder as well. So please check your inbox and spam folder to find out this email, right? So once you find out the email, you will also find your name here, right? So right now on my screen, Dia Sabrina. Sabrina is a student's name, and you will find your own name here. And you will also find one register now link button, right? So I'm giving you 1 minute to go for that email. And on the chat box itself, if some of you have already logged in, you can just mention this thumbs up so we know that you have logged in, and definitely we are going to explore the platform together. All right, so yeah. So once we click on the register now link button, we will be redirected to this window, right, which will automatically open up, and you would see your first name and your last name here, right? Everything will be filled up, only you have to reset your password. Now when you are resetting your password, you can reset like 1 2 3 4 5 6 or any password you want to, and confirm your password and get inside. So it's a very easy process. I repeat, like first you have to go for the email ID which you have received from Cialfo, and we sent it yesterday, right? And then you have to click on the register now link button, which will redirect you to this page where you have to find your name, first name, last name. In case there is a spelling mistake, you can reach out to your counselor and we can update your name there, right? And you have to reset your password. Okay, so once you are done with this, then there are like little formalities like student authorization. You have to add your signature, and it's a very simple process. When you click here, automatically you will find signature options, and you have to click on one and you can get in accept and continue. Why we need this? Because we need your consent, so that when you are applying through Cialfo to different universities, your counselor will be able to send the documents to universities on your behalf, right? So I hope like at least we have some students who have already logged in, and if you have any difficulties logging into the platform, please flag it out. We will be able to help you right now. Okay. So now explore the platform yourself. What I'm going to do, I'm going to take you to the platform, and I'm going to share the other screen now. Yes. Can you see my screen where the Cialfo dashboard? Currently I'm showing the Cialfo dashboard to all of you. Can you see my screen?
Devapriya, we can see the presentation. Explore the platform yourself.
What about now?
Now we can see the platform.
Okay, great. Thanks. So now when we log in to the platform, we can see our name here. So right now you can see my name here, Deba. So next to my name, there is a link which says complete profile. You can see my profile strength is good because I completed my profile part. You should also complete your profile. So the first task on the Cialfo portal would be to see your name spelling is correct and everything is correct. And then you have to click on complete profile, right? So when you click on complete profile, you will see some sections. First section will be personal section, where you will see your name, first name, last name, date of birth, email address, everything. You will be putting your school email ID here, your current high school name, and all these things will come here. Your current grade, which is grade 8, you have to mention that and everything. Application details will come. So basically, application details means when you are graduating, that means like your grade 12 exam, that graduation year you have to mention here. Now this is a very critical part, which is university preferences. As I was mentioning to you about your skill set, your preferences, your strengths, right? So when I click on update now, it will take me to a page where I can see 7 components here. One is academics, one is location, one is financial, one is people, facilities, demographics, and others, right? So far with me.
Devapriya, if I can just interrupt here, some of the students are finding it difficult to get the email ID, I believe, or the email in the mailbox. So all of you have to check for this email in your school email ID
Right,
particularly.
right.
And also when you go on the portal, click on login with Google. So you get the email ID password all logged in through that only. So no new password needed, and use the same email ID and password. No need to create an account, just click as login with Google. And also they're requesting you if you could go a little slow with the entire description. Thank you.
Okay, thank you. So yes, as Amandeep mentioned, that one thing I would like to mention here, when you are logging to Cialfo, you have to log in through your school dashboard, right? So you will find that email with the school URL in the email which we have shared with you yesterday. So you should not go to Cialfo website and try to log in from there. So that is one mistake many students do, but you have to log in through your school dashboard. The reason being, we have created a separate school dashboard so that only Children's Academy students can have access to that dashboard, right? So, okay, I'm going back to the homepage again, and I will repeat what I mentioned before. First, when you log in, I'm sure like many of you might be having some login issues. No worries. So what we can do, you can actually, if you have not received any email, you can just mention your name in the chat box and we will send you the registration link again to you, right? And we can help you to log in. So when we log in, you can see your name here, and you have to click on complete profile, right? So when we click on complete profile, it will give me a personal section, and there you have to check your name, your surname, your mobile number, your email ID, school email ID. Basically, it should reflect here your grade and other details, right? And then we will go to application details, where we can see the enrollment year, the application year. Because you are in grade 8, so you have to put the graduation year accordingly, like when you are graduating from school, right? When, which year you'll be giving your last exam from grade 12. Now, coming to university preferences, where actually you can see what are your skills, what are your preferences, what kind of college or what kind of course you are looking at, those things, right? So, how I can update that? I have to click on update now and update. So, now because we are in grade 8, you might find many questions which are not relevant for you. Because, of course, I don't know where I want to study. I don't know whether I want to study in India or abroad, right? Because I'm in grade 8. So you can skip those parts. Maybe, and also it might change. Maybe right now I'm thinking I'll be studying engineering in India. And when I'm in grade 9, maybe it will change, right? So it's a continuous process. On Cialfo, you can always update your profile. You have to go back to your dashboard and you have to click on complete profile, and you can always update your profile. I'm going to show you how. You just click on update. You can see I marked 3 for how important is the overall ranking of the university. And suppose tomorrow or day after I think yes, this is the most important part, so what I'm going to do, I'm going to mark it 5. And what I have to do, when I go for next, I just have to save it. You can see if you go at the end, you have to click on done and it will be saved, right? So it's a continuous process. Don't worry if you do not know any question answer. Just you can just click it and you can skip it also. And last, you can just click on done, so it will be saved. It's a continuous process. So whenever you are done with your profile, what you can do, you can click on create resume. This is a resume builder section of your profile, where I can create my resume, right? So what I have to do, again, I have to check my email address, I have my current address, my city and stuff like that. Skills, you can see I have added some skills here. I can add multiple skills. For example, here I have added ad design, other things as well. How I can add, I have to click on add, and then I have to find out whatever skill I want to select, and then I can select a level as well, which is basic or maybe expert or maybe intermediate, right? So far it's clear, like how I can add more skill on the platform. Because I cannot see any of you, so you have to tell me. You can unmute yourself or you can just put it on the chat box.
Yeah, so they are on the YouTube live streaming, so they are responding, and a few of them have seen, but a lot of them cannot log in. So if you
Okay.
can also just a note to everyone that the school counselors will help you with the
Yes.
login. So
Yes.
just watch the video and just understand the portal
Right,
better.
right. It's a very easy process. If you have not received the registration links, what you should do, you should flag it out to your counselor, Amandeep. You have to mention that this is my name. I have not received the registration link. So, what we will do, once we get the list from your counselor, we will be sending the registration link again. Again, one more thing, I have given my phone number and my email IDs also with, you can take it from Amandeep. If you want any kind of immediate support from Cialfo, you can reach out to me. I can help you out with the login thing, right? So, yes. Now, suppose these are my skills and I want to delete some skills. So, what I'm going to do, I'm just going to delete it. Maybe I want to delete this. So, there is this delete button here. You can just click on delete and it will be deleted. Now, languages. Some of us, we know more than 2 languages, 3 languages, 4 languages, right? So we should be adding as many languages we know. So we can just add here. You can see, you can just select your language from here. And again, same thing, you can select basic, intermediate, or expert, right? And then if you want to delete it, you can delete it as well. Now, objective statement, which is again very important part of your profile. What makes you unique than others? So you can just put it in words, and you have 1024 words to describe who you are, what is your objective, what is your what kind of career you want to choose, and why you want to choose that career, and stuff like that. You can write it down here. If you need any kind of help on writing objective statement, you can also reach out to Cialfo for help. Now, extracurricular activities, which is the most important part, because right now what is happening, most of us, we are getting more than 85%, 90% marks, right? So when we are applying to the universities, how the universities will find out the best student, like best fit student for that college, right? So what you should do to make your resume more unique, and you should be adding more extracurricular activities. Maybe you have volunteered in some kind of workshop, or maybe like you have been a member of some groups, or maybe you are a very good sports player. You should be mentioning all these under your extracurricular activities. So if you look at this add extracurricular activity, you can choose from the drop down menu, like what kind of, maybe you have done some internship program, you can just mention the internship program here. Like some, maybe you have done some social work with some club, you can mention that. You can mention your position. I understand grade 8 is not mentioned here, but you can mention when you are writing here that I was in grade 7, or maybe I'm in grade 8 and I have participated in so and so activities. So you have words and you can write that. If you have any kind of certificate, you can also upload, click on upload, and you can upload that certificate from your um, device, right? You can also mention one thing, whether this activity actually had a direct impact on the society. You can just check this box and you can mention that. You can also mention yes, you initiated this activity, so you can check this box and you can go for the next one. So you can fill it up and you can add multiple activities here, right? So once everything is done, what you have to do, you can also download your resume. You can see, like, how my resume is looking now. So you have this three option, you can click on any of this option and you can download it, right? So this is how you have to use the resume builder. Again, I'm mentioning one thing, this is not constant. So of course you'll be in grade 9, grade 10, then you'll be selecting your subjects and so on. Like, it's an ever changing process, right? So you can just update it and you can save it on the Cialfo portal. So now I'm going back to my home page. So this is my home page. Again, you can see one animal is here, and there are 8 animals exactly. So when you are logging into Cialfo, you will be going through some questions like, what is your strength? Because you are in grade 8, so not much questions to you, but yes, you might be having some questions like, what destinations you are looking at, India or abroad. If abroad, like what destination, UK, US, Australia, New Zealand, or maybe what kind of course you are looking at, computer engineering, designing, architecture, literature, stuff like that. So then based on your answers and based on your level, you will be getting one animal here, like animal character. So right now I'm applying alpaca because I'm at a stage when I am applying to colleges, right? So that is why this is my animal character, right? And this is a very interesting game. It's a gamified platform. We have made Cialfo platform in such a way that it creates inquisitiveness and curiosity, so that you want to know, like, what's next, what next, because we want you to do your research on the portal. So what happens generally, like when we are doing our research, immediate thing what we do, we go to Google and just Google that information. Sometimes that information might not be correct, right? Because it's not updated. On Cialfo you can see all the universities listed. So we have 14,000 plus universities listed on the portal, and you can actually research on those universities, and all this information are very much updated on the portal, right? Because we have a team who are directly working with universities and ensuring that all the data and information which are visible on the Cialfo portal are constantly updated by the universities. So now, when we talk about universities, right, the most exciting part here, how I can do my research on the universities. I will show you. You have to go to universities tab, and then you can see there are multiple filter options here. So right now, grade 8 students, what you should do, you should focus on regions, where you can see multiple regions. Like if you are looking at United States, you can go to United States and you can apply filters. So it will show you all the United States universities. You can see 6931 universities which are listed on the Cialfo portal, right? So you will have database of all these 6931 universities. And if I want to know about this university particularly, I have to click on that university, and it will show me a complete profile of the university, a complete video, pictures, student information, admission criteria, courses. So these are very, very important. Like you don't have to randomly search on Google or any other random website. You can just come here and you can see. If you want to visit the college website, that is also available inside the Cialfo portal. So you come here and you just click on college website, so it will take you to the college website as well, right? Now suppose you can see that I what I did, I clicked on that, and then you can see connected. So when you enter the university for the first time, you will see there is a button called connect now, right? So now I'm in grade 8, and maybe when I discussed about college applications or maybe careers with my relatives or my brothers or sisters or my parents, I got to know that this is a good university, right? And then I decided that, okay, I want to know each and every information about this university. Like whether I can stay inside the university campus if I apply to this university, what kind of scholarships they have, what kind of job opportunities I may have, like after I do my UG from this university and stuff like that. So, what you should do, you should always click on this connect now button, right? So, what will happen if there is any extra information which is not available on the portal? They will send you email and say, "Hey, hi, we are introducing a new course on gaming, maybe like gaming or maybe automobile engineering or something like that. And this is coming, and you have a great scholarship options. And for example, maybe you have to appear for some kind of exams, or maybe you have to submit some essay or stuff like that. So you'll be notified by emails directly from the university. So this is very important. Now, I will be explaining to you the bookmark section. So, bookmarks means all of you. I assume that all of you you read books, and like when maybe like a 300-page book, and then maybe I have finished only 100 pages, and we keep that bookmarks, right, so that we can start from 101. Similarly, on the portal itself, because you are in grade 8, you'll be doing a lot of research on different careers, different universities, and you want to list down all the universities, right? So focus on these two things: long list. You don't have to short list because you are in grade 8, right? So you just focus on long list. There are three types of list: long list, short list, and applying list. So what happens when we do our research? Maybe I have done my research for say 50 universities, and I found only 5 are good for me. So what I can do, I can just put them under my long list. And how I can do that? I can just simply add, I can add from here as well, or I can go to my university. I'm just randomly adding some university. I like this university, so I will go here and I will put it under my long list. You can see long list. So what will happen, maybe when I'm in grade 9, I can see what kind of research I did when I was in grade 8, and what other universities I added when I was in grade 8. Maybe based on some research, based on some discussion I had with my counselor, or maybe Cialfo expert, or maybe my relatives or my brothers, sisters, parents, I decided that these are some universities I should be focusing on. It might change, like when you are in grade 9 or grade 10, it might change. And if it changes and you no longer like this university, you can always delete it from your list, and you have to click on delete and you can delete it. But suppose you like this and you are in grade 11 and you want to shortlist this university, you can just drag from here till here. So it will be shortlisted, right? And then when of course you are in grade 12, you want to apply to this university, you can move from shortlist to applying list, and you can fill up the form on the platform itself, and you can apply for that university, right? So this is a very simple process. Bookmarks is basically to help you that okay, you don't have to maintain a separate diary, because this is your career journey. There will be a lot of ups and downs and a lot of changes, lot of changes in your skills, in your mindset, and a lot of new courses will be coming up. So it's an ever growing process, and bookmarks is all about to help you out with like what you did, what kind of research you did. And remember one thing, whatever you are doing on the portal, your counselor can see that. So that is also very important. If as a counselor maybe you have added some university and your counselor thinks that no, this is not a good university for you, she can mark it far reach. Like maybe she thinks that this is not a good option for you, so you should be adding more colleges, right? So now on your dashboard, you can also see there is this three tick here, and it's called to do list, right? So when you click on to do list, you will see tasks, you will see assessments, events, visits, and many other things, right? So what is task? If I click on task, you will see that if your counselor has assigned some task to you, maybe like summer, winter vacation is coming, Christmas vacation is coming, and your counselor has given you a task that you have to complete your profile section, at least 60% of your profile section by say 10th of January. That is your task. Right, so you can see that task here, you can complete and mark it done. So she can say, yes, you have completed the task within 10th or on or before 10th of Jan, right? So these are the tasks, whatever will be assigned to you by your counselor, it will appear here. And then going forward, assessments. So there are three types of assessment, right? You can see on my screen, we have an assessment on personality, on learning productivity, and personality intelligences. In case you want to, like, whenever your counselor is assigning you, some kind of assessment, what you will see this, and you see I have started my assessment, I did not complete it, but you should be completing your assessment at one go. So you will see start button here, so you just click on start button and you take the assessment. After you are done with your assessment, then there is one report which gets generated. You can get it from your counselor, like you can see the report, like what kind of learner are you, auditory learner or visual learner, and what kind of personality you have, what kind of career options you should choose, what kind of subjects you should choose, and stuff like that, right? Now, events part, there are multiple events which we do on the platform itself. Also, there are many events which had happened before. Maybe you are not able to attend those events for your work commitments, for your classes, or something like that. Do not worry. We always record our events, right? So, in case you have not been able to register or attend some events on Cialfo, you can always click on this watch version and this watch button, and you'll be able to see those webinars. For example, you can see there are multiple universities, summer schools in India. So if you click on that, which happened on 12th of April 2024, and I could not attend the webinar, and what I can do, I can just click on this record thing, and I can see the recorded version. You can see so many Indian universities, they participated and spoke about the summer schools in India, and it will be a very nice learning for you all to understand like what kind of summer internship programs they have, and how you can get credits from the summer programs and stuff like that. So now I'm coming back again to my dashboard. So home is basically my dashboard where I can see everything at one glance, and this is completely AI integrated. So what will happen based on my profile, based on my searches on, on the portal, it will show me these are the recommended universities from Cialfo's end. The platform will recommend you. It's very similar to social media platform, or maybe if you're on YouTube or any social media, you have noticed that if you like some kind of pictures or videos or some kind of articles, it gives you like recommendations. Why don't you have a look at this article, like something like that? So the platform will also recommend you like these are the universities which are good option for you, right? So far it's clear. Then I will move to the career content library.
Hi, Devapriya. I just think that for some students are able to pace up, some are feeling. I think they are not sure of how did that screen came up. So can we just quickly show them that when they log in, this is the
Okay.
screen that comes that is visible
Sure,
right now,
sure,
and then how the events came in. Yeah. Thank you so
sure,
much.
sure.
Also,
Thank
to add to that, if we can keep it specific to the assessments that they have to take. So I think that'll be the
you.
next step, and that can be informed.
Okay, sure. So first, I will go by the login part. Can we have Amandeep? Can we have 2-3 minutes so that all of them they can log in right now? Then it will be easier for them to understand.
Yes, we can do that, but just one specific note for all of them is school email ID and then log in with Google. They're having questions of putting it on the application, but that's not what we want. It has to be on the laptop, it has to be on the PC, not on
Yes.
our applications. So these are some very basic things that you can start with once, and then we can move to our next segment. That's okay.
Okay. Fine.
We will help them in the school to take them through this also. It may look very tough to all of them right now, but it isn't that difficult.
Yeah, exactly. So, yes, we sent the registration link yesterday. And all of you, what you have to do first, you open your school email inbox. All of you, school email inbox. And go for, like, just type Cialfo in your search bar. You can see the spelling here, Cialfo. You have to type that in your search bar.
For those who are asking if you can do it on the application, you cannot do it on the app. This has to be done on screen, PC or laptop.
Yeah, it has to be done on PC. And we always recommend that it has to be done on PC so that you have a bigger screen and there is no mistake like when you are actually looking for it. So just type Cialfo and try to find out this email which has gone, and it has come from notifications at the Cialfo, and this is our welcome email where you can see your name and it will come with a register now link button. So this is basically a link. Register now is a link and you have to click on the link. As you can see, the subject of that email would be getting started. If you are not able to find it in your inbox, if you have spam folder or promotions folder, because sometimes it is blocked, because first time you're receiving email from Cialfo, so you should check your spam and promotion folder as well. Tanisha, can you parallelly check like all of them they have received it or not? If they can just give a thumbs up.
Just to also add, Devapriya, I think they're being connected to another dashboard, which may be the university college dashboard. I think they're not going into student login, is what I understand. So they're seeing another dashboard there.
Can you see the step one now?
It's
Um,
visible here.
yeah, on your screen it's visible. Actually, some students are able to register, some are not able to register. They are saying that it's showing a different dashboard when they are logging in.
Okay. Can we have the name of those students so that I can help them to log in? Maybe
So
post this
Devapriya,
session.
we're looking at all the three branches together, so that'll be a lot, and they can re-look into this video after a little while as well.
Okay,
So that'll be
fine.
fine.
Yeah, fine. So the step one is very simple. You have to first look for this email in your school email ID, right? In case you have not received, also in your spam and promotion folder, it has not come. then you have to reach out to your counselor and tell your name, and we will be sharing the registration link again. We will help you to register. It's a very simple process, takes only 1 minute, so not to worry. And then when you click on the register now link button, this is the window which will appear, and where you can see your first name and your last name, right? And then the other details will be filled up. Only thing you have to do, that is your password. You have to reset your password. So you can just put 123456, again confirm your password and get inside. And as always, like in your profile section, there is a password reset button. Like if you want to change your password, you can do that on the Cialfo portal itself. So these are the two steps what you have to remember. Step 1, look for this email getting started with Cialfo, and then click on the register now link button. Step 2, reset your password and get inside. Excuse me. This is step 1 or step 2. And as your counselor mentioned that we are recording this session, so any time you can always go through the recording, and we can help you out also. Now I am moving back to the portal. Some of you have logged in already, so I'm going to the dashboard there, and we have this chat with Cialfo. So whoever has logged in, maybe I would recommend always you should check that remember password thing, so that you don't have to put your password every time you log into Cialfo. And when you log in, if you have any issues, you can always chat with Cialfo. So chat with Cialfo is always open 24 by 5. And because we are a global company, so and we are working with multiple time hours like US, UK, Australia, and of course India, China. So right now what you have to do, chat with Cialfo, you have to come and ask a question. The question can be anything, like I'm having login issues, or maybe I want to know how to do my assessment, or maybe like for example, I have login issues. I can just type here I have login issues. So what will happen, first, the chatbot will come, understand your query, then we will be assigning one person to help you out, right? And you can also share your screenshot that I'm stuck here, it's not moving, my counselor has assigned some task to me, I'm not able to open that, or maybe I am not able to start the assessment. It can be anything, right? So you will always have chat with Cialfo option open, and you can reach out to Cialfo for any kind of support, right? Now I'm going to show you the assessment part, which is again very, very important, and I will show you how. These are three assessments. So for grade 8, we will start with learning and productivity, right? So your counselors are going to assign, this assessment to you with a due date. They will mention, say, for example, maybe by 15 Jan, you have to complete the assessment. So all of you should log in, and you should come to this to-do list to find out the assessment. So right now on my screen, three assessments, all the three assessments are visible, but this is for me, not for you. So you will find only this learning and productivity under to-do list, and you will find one start button here. So the moment I click on start button, it will take me to the test. So if I click here, I'll be able to see I'm not going to show you the questions. So I will just come back, and the moment you click on start, it will take you to the page, and there will be a couple of questions you have to answer. My recommendations, please do the assessment at one go, because this is assessment is never an exam, right? Like this is an assessment to find out what kind of learning style you have, like what kind of learner are you. You are an auditory learner or visual learner, so that your counselor can give you the best possible solutions as per your skills, as per your learning ability. And you can also find the best fit colleges, and of course like best fit career journeys for you. So, assessment is not an exam. So, don't worry, take your time and finish the assessment at one go. So, the assessment part is clear to everybody?
Yes, a few questions coming like they can't see assessments, but like you mentioned, you all will not be able to see
Right,
assessments right
right.
now
You will
until your
not.
counselors opens it.
Absolutely. You will not be able to see the assessment now because your counselor will assign the assessment to you. Then only you will be able to find the assessment. Also, when the counselor sends the assessment to you, she will also mention that, hey, I have assigned one assessment to you, which is learning and productivity. You should log into Cialfo portal and you should finish your assessment by so and so date. So you will also receive a message. Do not worry. Whenever it is assigned by your counselor, she will be sharing the information with you, right? So now I'm coming back to the home page. This is my home page, and you can again see my name here and the details and everything. I'm going to talk about the most important part for grade 8, that is our content library, that is careers and discovery centers, right? So now, many times, like, we have done, like, during COVID times, we all did online classes, so we are very, it's very user friendly for us now. We have multiple videos here right now. If you see, I just click on videos and it is showing me trending videos. So there are multiple career trends which are happening. It's not anymore like, okay, what you will do, I want to become a doctor or engineer, or maybe like few other career options we know, like, game designer, or maybe architects, or maybe some other career options. But apart from that, there are multiple other career options which are available. We have one more session post this onboarding, so Tanisha will talk about those options. So now if I look at the trending videos, you click on view all, and you can see that, how to study when you are struggling with mental health, back to school tips and tricks for high schools, and so many other things, right? And you can see the grades also. So I would suggest, like, even if you see grade 9, you should also look at those articles, because like, this is basically for everybody. Like, if I look here, back to school tips and tricks, so you will see that how when they are back, like, what are the tips. And you will be able to hear from the students, like, not from the professors, or not from your counselors, or not from the Cialfo experts, directly from the students, right? And what are their plans. So these are very, very interesting videos. And for example, this one, study tips and habits, like, you can just, look at these videos also, and there are multiple other videos as well. Now, maybe, like, I'm just going through Cialfo portal. I'm done with my profile, and I'm finding it little interesting. I want to find multiple other topics and content as well. So I can go to content here, and I can see there are articles, there are country guide, there are location guide, and also there are videos. Now if I choose country guide, because right now I'm completely blank, I don't know, like, like, what are these universities. My counselor is naming some universities, I don't know them. So I want to know first about the countries, like, for example, UK, study in the UK, study in Singapore, study in Netherlands, right? So when I click on that article, I can see the admission requirements, what kind of scholarships I can get, or accommodation, getting around, visa requirements. So everything will be available here. Along with that, it will also show you the universities where you can directly apply from Cialfo, right? And when you are applying directly from Cialfo, you will have guides like Tanisha, who is present in today's session. So she'll be helping you to understand, to fill up the form and other details. So basically, everything will be taken care of by Cialfo. You don't have to worry about that part. So why study in the UK, and what kind of scholarships I can get. Okay, I'm there, so we know what to do during weekends and all. We have all these options available here. Must visit places in the UK. So I hope some parents have also joined today's session. So definitely you are also going to help your child when to go through the Cialfo portal. So for all of us, I'm also a parent, so it's very interesting to find out, like, multiple options in different cities, and to find out, like, what would be the budget, so that we can also plan our UG tuition fee budget accordingly, and we can plan. So study in Canada, study in South Korea, study in Japan, right? And also you will have Cialfo guide option, which is again present on your portal, like on your dashboard. This is Cialfo guide. So when you log in, you just click here and you will be able to see the Cialfo one-on-one guidance. If you have any requirement from Cialfo, you can always reach out to us like, okay, I want to know more about this university. I want to know more about this course or something. It can be anything, it can be related to your profile as well. So you can always reach out to us for one on one guidance, right? Going back to the content part, these are my videos. And if I am, I not, right now I want to look at articles. So what I'm going to do, I am going to reset it, right? And I will go to content and I will just click on article. And you can see there are multiple career articles. How to nudge your teacher about the recommendation letter without being annoying. So recommendation letter will come much later, not now. Uh, okay, and yes. So these are very very good articles. If any of you are interested to take the TOEFL test, also you can register from Cialfo platform itself. So these are very interesting articles. So I would suggest all of you should go at least see, like, what all articles are available on the Cialfo portal. And we have a separate team who are constantly working on this articles video section, and we are constantly updating it. So it's very, very important. Like, how do I even, like, for example, right now we are talking about college application journeys and stuff like that. So as a grade 8 student, I might want to know, like, what kind of college interviews happen, how do you even explain college interviews. So you can actually go through this kind of articles to understand what is a college interview, what kind of questions you might have, because right now this is the right time for you to think about it. First you will think like what kind of subjects you should choose, right? The subject selection will be coming in another 1 year, 2 years. And we always choose our subject on the basis of what career path we want to choose, because that is very important. So at least by 9, you should be able to understand what kind of career path you are going to choose. So these are the articles which will actually give you that backup, right? Okay, maybe like maths is not for me, like, for me English is the most important one, or stuff like that. Now, every time I want to choose a content, I need to click on reset, right? And then I can again come back to content and I can find it from here. Now, I can also go country wise. So I have multiple countries here. Cialfo is a platform from where you can apply anywhere. And this is a very unbiased platform. Like, we will not be telling you, okay, you apply only to the UK or maybe to Australia, but you can apply anywhere from Cialfo. It's a multi-destination platform. So you can see Australia, Austria, Canada, France, Germany, and India, Japan, every like all the countries, you just name it, it will be here. And you can just type, you can just select that country, and you can find out the related results, like what all articles are there related to Australia and Australian universities. So you can find out here. So, for example, feeling undecided about colleges, you are not alone, because this is a very genuine thing, right? Like, I also didn't know when I was in grade 8 what I want to do, but there is a process. And through that process, we will be able to know what would be the good fit college for me, what is a good fit course for me, right? So, this is a step by step process, and you have your school counselors with you, you have Cialfo team with you. So, at any point of time, you can just reach out to us and we can guide you thoroughly on that part. Now, there are topics as well. Maybe I am interested in, say, campus tour. I want to see the campus of many universities, or maybe I'm interested in career building or career exploration. So you can just choose, the topic you are interested in, and along with that, it will give you those kind of articles and the videos to explore. So this is a very important section, career and discovery, which will come under your name, like basically on your main dashboard. You can also go to the study guides, this location guide and everything, and you can view all and find out all the articles together. So also I'm going to show you the career options as well, because we tell you, right, there are multiple careers. So if you ask me like what are the career options you have, like what kind of career, so again, if I come to careers, I can also filter it out with science, technology, engineering. Maybe I'm interested in science, technology, or maybe I'm interested in marketing or IT, right? So I can choose from the industry and I can see all these kind of career options which are available. For example, virtual event producer marketing. So what is virtual event producer marketing, right? So what I can do, I can come here, I can see the common work activities, right? And I can also see what are the skills which are important if I want to pursue this career, right? And you can see reading comprehension, active listening, speaking, and there comes your assessment. So through the assessment, your counselor will be able to tell you, once she downloads the report from the portal, like, okay, your reading comprehension is good, or active listening is good, or speaking, like those things will come here. You should have knowledge of sales and marketing, customer personal service, English language, communication media. So basically it will give you an overview that, okay, if you want to pursue this career, these are the skills which are important and these are the subjects you should have, right? You can save it also. So suppose I'm in grade 8, I just saved this career option for me because I like this career option. Whenever I'm logging to Cialfo portal, even if I am in grade 9 or 10 or 11, I can always see what are my saved articles. So I will just go to saved and I can see these options, right? There is also one option which is called notes. For example, maybe you have one-on-one session with your counselor, and your counselor told you that I want you to discover 5 best universities from India who are offering, say, courses related to biology or sociology or anything, right? So you can create a note here and you can just put it here as per my discussion with my counselor as on 12th December, like that. And you can also describe this section like this is what I, so basically this is your notes section where you can keep all your notes, and you can see the notes given to you by your counselor. So all these notes will come here. It'll be very easier for you. You don't have to maintain an Excel sheet, or maybe sometimes we forget, right? We speak to our counselor, we forget what we discussed about. So this is some place where you can keep and document everything, so that step by step you can actually reach your goal. So now I will talk about,
And
yeah.
sorry, shall we take Tanisha's, career talk now?
Yes, yes,
Okay.
definitely, definitely. So I will just conclude my session with my settings. As many of you, maybe like some of you have logged in, some of you could not log in. However, you can come to my settings and you can change your password from here. Like you can just put your current password and put your new password and re-enter and change your password. This is a very easy process. Only thing is that I would suggest all your students to first ensure that you have logged into Cialfo portal. In case you have any difficulties, you can reach out to a counselor, and once we get the heads up from your counselor, we can help you out with the registration process. Thank you so much.
Lovely. Thank you, Devapriya. That was helpful. I'm sure a lot of them are figuring it out,
Yes, yes.
but we are going to help you figure it out. So, to answer a few questions that are coming on the YouTube comment as well, please listen to these few things very, very
Mm-hmm.
keenly. That is for all the audience who are listening to us. Firstly, the assessments will be assigned by your counselors, so kindly wait for it. This was an introduction about CR4. We are now going to head towards career talk, which will be more about which career options you can take up and what subjects you need for what career options. Also, particularly for subject selection, those parents of grade 8 who are waiting there, the assessments that will be sent out to you, after those assessments it will be easy to understand what career, what subjects your child can take up. Also, with that, a number of you are asking about assessments. Particularly, the assessments will also be helped for accessing at your school by your respective school counselors. So your students will be given that entire information of how to do the assessment, where to go, all of it will be provided to you. We would like you to listen to the career talk next and to reflect back on this as the portal, to know the portal and what all is there, what the portal contains. This information was about it. Yes, we will go slow as we are moving ahead. Um, Also, some of you are constantly checking on the login will also be something we will help you out with. You can try at your end. If it doesn't work with the video that you're seeing, we will help you out with that. With that, I would really like to thank Devapriya for her precious time that she devoted to help our students get on the portal. It is important for all of us to know that grade 8 is the time when career thinking about career and exploring career options becomes very important, especially because your subject selections come in this time. With that, we will move to our next segment, which is more to do with our career talk, for which I would like to introduce Miss Tanisha Sharma. She's the University Enrollment Manager at Cialfo. Ms. Sharma brings over 8 years of experience counseling students for higher education in destinations such as US, Canada, Europe, UK, Singapore, Australia, New Zealand, and India. Her expertise includes guiding students through the university application process, essay drafting, profile building, and much more. She has also worked extensively with differently abled students. And Ms. Sharma's certifications include British Council certified UK counselor and extensive experience in admissions in various countries. And today she is here to help us from the Cialfo team in a lot of career options that you can take up. So all the questions that you have about what should I take if I want to pursue career in law, insurance, medical, you can put those questions up. Please frame your questions correctly so we can address that. But before that, Tanisha will take you through a few career options that you should be knowing about. Over to you, Tanisha. Thank you for being here.
Thank you so much, Amandeep, and thank you to the entire school and all the patient listeners who are here with us. Thanks for joining in. Debapriya will be assisting me in sharing her screen with the presentation. So, Debapriya, kindly just share your screen for that. And before we begin, I know there are a couple of you who have asked questions, just reiterating that regarding your passwords or you have not been able to log in. I have been going through the messages that you all are sending. Your school and we will be supporting you with that. That's completely okay if you have not been able to log in at the moment. What we have tried to introduce to you is that whatever information you are looking for, whether you want to stay back in India post completion of grade 12, whether you stay back, you want to go overseas, whether what kind of subject selection you want to do later, you have a lot of events, webinars available to you, a lot of information available to you, career assessments available to you, everything on just one platform, which is Cialfo. You can log in there and you will be able to assess all of these different features that are available for yourself. Your school is giving you that opportunity, and you will be able to take it ahead. So that's about it. Assessments, since we are talking about that, so let's begin with that only. Debapriya, if you can just move to the next slide. Yeah. So we all know that right now we have to choose our subjects firstly in grade 9 and 10. Then we have to choose a career for yourself in grade 11 and 12. Then how do we go about it? What are the subjects? What are the new age careers? Should I go ahead with something which is more related to sciences or commerce or arts, social sciences? What is the difference? So I'll be just giving you certain, certain pointers. Each career has their own pros and cons. What are you going to go ahead with? Is it going to align with your personality? Is it going to align with your aptitude, with your ability, with your learning style? That is what your aptitude test is going to assist you with. So to begin with, let's say in your self assessment, your interest, like what do you like, or what do you enjoy when you are free? Are you passionate about art, technology, sports? Even if you are passionate about helping others, what is it that you should be going ahead with? So if you love solving puzzles and you think logically, maybe subjects like math or computer science might appeal to you. Or let's say if you think about the subjects that come easily to you, and there are certain subjects that you find difficult, right? So for example, if you're good at writing, you're good at English, social studies or journalism, Could it be a good fit for you or not? Do you enjoy hands on work, or do you consider subjects like engineering or IT? We should be answering these questions for ourselves to explore our career options, right? Now, when you have to choose that whether, first of all, I want what is my subject selection for grade 9 and 10, please make sure that to whatever course you will be applying later post grade 12, it is essential for a lot of universities in India also specifically that you have 4 years of high school math. So, math is a very important subject in grade 9, 10, 11, and 12 if you can continue to go ahead with it. Of course, I understand there could be certain exceptions who would not want to go ahead with mathematics as a subject. Even in grade 9 and 10 level, or some students take it in grade 9 and 10, but they do not take it in grade 11 and 12. I think this is all that we can identify using the self assessment part, where it identifies what your strengths are, what are the uncertainties, and how it can build your confidence. For example, if there is a test that shows that you have strong logical reasoning, you have problem solving skills with yourself, it means that you might want to consider a career which is more related to sciences and engineering, in data science, which is one of the new age careers, or software development, right? Or there is also a possibility that with so many career choices available right now at the moment, it can be overwhelming for us to decide. So, aptitude tests also help you in narrowing down those options based on your capabilities. So, for example, if you are right now unsure about whether to pursue a career in arts or in science, an aptitude test will help you in revealing those strengths that actually lie in creative thinking, leading you to explore design, architecture, even a career in film industry. You want to be a director or something related to insurance. Even if it's law, do you want to go ahead with corporate law, or do you actually want to go ahead with something related to public policy? So that's what aptitude test is going to assist you with and help you narrow down your choices for later. Besides that, sometimes we are good at subjects like mathematics and analysis, but if you feel that I'm not really sure whether I should be going ahead with a career in finance or not, and you really want to do that, it's always a good idea to actually take up the aptitude testing, and then obviously coming up to a conclusion that this is the career that I would like to go ahead with. After that, it's very important that you are researching your career options. You should know what are the industry trends, maybe employability rates. I think what also motivates us is that how can we make the maximum money, right? Would it give me good money, good salary when I actually land into a particular job? So, for that, you have to talk about it right now. You have to choose your subjects accordingly so that you are going ahead as per the industry trends, you are going ahead as per the career pathways that are available to you, and you are also going ahead with it after you have taken some kind of experience. Now there are a lot of winter schools and summer schools available that students go ahead with starting from grade 9, 10, 11, and 12 again. So I remember I had a student who wanted to go ahead for economics as her final option in her life. She wanted to be an economist, but ultimately she did not choose that option because when she attended that summer school, she understood that this is not something she wanted to do. So, similarly, I'm not saying that you attend the summer school or not, but you should definitely have certain kind of experiences, certain kind of opportunities where you are actually doing something related to that particular subject in the field, and you have that elimination policy whether I should be going ahead with that or not. Aligning your career choices with your profile is again very important. So if you want to go ahead with something related to, let's say, even if it's data sciences, right, it's very important that in grade 9, 10, 11, 12 there are lots of options available in terms of online courses on Coursera, on edx. We are able to attend those courses online outside our school curriculum. What you are doing in your school, what you are doing in your class, that's very important. Of course, that has the maximum weightage in terms of your academic scores. When you apply later to a university, or when you apply for your grade 11, your scores for grade 10 would have a lot of weightage, of course. But then at the same time, it's very important that you are also taking up certain activities that are outside your classroom, maybe related to sports, maybe related to what you want to do in terms of music or theater, even if it's MUNs, how you are debating with everybody, other declamations, anything related to art. There are a lot of students who participate in business challenges, present their ideas, and then accordingly, different teams are there and they are being given, that yes, your business idea was really good and probably it will be funded. These kind of challenges happen these days. Then there are also olympiads that take place, right? They are academic in nature, but again outside the school curriculum, and then they have levels: regional level, state level, national level. So it's very important. I'm not saying that be a part of each and every activity, but it's very important to be a part of certain activities outside school classroom as well. And in fact, your school is also giving you a lot of opportunities to be a part of that. With the IBCP curriculum that they have brought up, make sure that you are also getting yourself into all these kind of activities when you are selecting a subject or a career for yourself starting now, right? Now, if we can move to the next slide, Deba. Building a career plan, right? So right now in grade 8, you are deciding that okay, I want to take up sciences. You ultimately have to take up sciences in grade 11. Anyhow, you will be studying certain basic subjects in ninth and 10th also. Setting goals for yourself, understanding or maybe meeting people who are from the same industry, and then making your goals for the same. So again, to talk about certain students, I have a student who did their research with a scholar from University of Oxford. That student is studying in India. He did not go to overseas. He was studying in India, but he did his particularly a particular research with a scholar who was also studying at University of Oxford. And then he realized while doing that research that this is also something I would want to do further in my life. Like I want to choose a career for myself where I am always doing some research. I am writing those different chapters for those books which are there in the library, and maybe we do not go there and study every time, read them every time, but there are some really good research. And at this time, when he's in just in his second year of his undergraduate degree, he already has 3 patents under his name. So I'm just trying to tell you that we have to start building a plan for ourselves. Maybe the way we step on the stairs, we have to make our steps to our career, and accordingly make our plan to build a career for ourselves later. Adapting and involving, it's very important. Data science, like I take this example a lot, is a career that a lot of students say, I want to pursue data science. A lot of good top notch universities under science and technology have also started offering data science at an undergrad level recently. By recent, I'm saying maybe just 3 or 4 years back, because data science was only a specific thing that people used to study after completing their undergraduate degree. It was a specialization for the students who wanted to study masters. But now even very top universities have started offering data science at an undergraduate level also, and students have started taking up activities related to data science in their grade 9 and 10 as well, because they know that this is a career, this is the specialization that I want to go ahead with. So that is just another way to understand, okay, these are the changes. I really don't want to look at core computer science and study a lot of things. I know that this is my specialization, this is what I want to go ahead with. Okay. Moving on to the next slide. uh, so there are 3 things we all know. The majorly it is divided, of course it's a vast subject of careers. What all do we have? with science, commerce, arts. Now, whatever you see online, science, pure sciences, technology, STEM program. STEM is science, technology, engineering, mathematics. Okay. So a lot of students go ahead with STEM programs only. A lot of students go ahead with non-STEM programs, which can be categorized under commerce or arts. Arts also include social science programs, which would also come under all liberal arts programs, or law, etc., would also come under that. So now I'm going to talk about the different careers that are available in these streams, but they are all these careers are basically the ones which are the new age careers. I won't talk about that okay, let's go ahead with computer engineering, or how can I become a doctor. Of course, I'm some of you would already know the pathway. Even if you don't know that, I'm more than happy to discuss that in one-on-one sessions with each one of you, or whosoever would is interested to take that ahead. But at the moment, I would like to talk about certain options which are available for you in stream wise. Okay, so to start with sciences, which is the first option, a lot of people would know that data scientists that I already mentioned, to analyze large amounts of data, to extract useful insights for other businesses, for government agencies, for researchers, is what a data scientist do. And how do they do that? How AI and data science are related. To understand all of this, it's very important that if you want to choose data science, you should definitely have math, physics, and if you have also informatic practices or computer science or IT, one of these subjects, it is important that you are studying that. Okay. It's okay if you do not have chemistry to choose data science, but minimum one sciences like physics and mathematics is important. Besides that, an outside curriculum activity could be where you are understanding a lot more about maybe learning Python language, or maybe working on someone who has already created an application which is right now live on iOS or Google Play. We have to make sure that we are also a part of such activities. Becoming a genetic counselor, that's also a new age career under sciences. What is a genetic counselor now? Any healthcare professional who is helping an individual to understand the medical implications of these genetic conditions, that's a genetic counselor. Why a doctor cannot do this? Because doctor would not know the empathetic skills, or would not know the human psychology to do that. So that's why a genetic counselor, that healthcare professional, would be specialized to do all such things. AI specialist, Siri, this Google, when we at home, when we are calling, hey Siri, hey Google, hey Alexa, all of that. What are they doing? This Chat GPT that has come over, how you can also develop these machines of software so that you actually make it customized, let's say as per your family, you make it customized as per a specific community, is of course again a new career that has come in. Robotics engineers. Yesterday I was looking at a video where there was a robotic engineer, instead of a doctor who was doing a surgery. Now some people, I'm sure you all would be fond of Tesla, right? How that particular car is actually being driven itself in California. My own friend was sitting in a car like that, and she sent me a video. So it's very I'm sure it's exciting, but at the same time, it's also very new to, and I think it's a little bit being feeling nervous or anxious, that how these things are evolving, and to understand how these robots can be built for industries like healthcare, manufacturing, entertainment, because in each kind of category they would have their own set of work, right? Then again, for this you would be needing all three sciences. Wherever it's a healthcare professional, you would be needing biology, but wherever it's an engineer or AI or data sciences, you would be needing math, physics, and chemistry. Okay. uh, Biotech researcher focusing on genetic engineering, agricultural biotechnology. Netherlands is known for agribusiness or agriculture at a at a at an up to an extent. So how to develop these new medicines which are also in reach to the common community. Climate change analyst, looking at the global warming that is happening. Again, it's a new age career where you should know that what kind of subjects should I have at the school level to actually pursue it later. So your PCM, physics, chemistry, mathematics, is going to be very important for all such careers. If you choose IBCP later, your HLs and SLs should also be up. There are about 3 to 4 subjects, and later rest of it is all the practical work. So you have to make sure that you are choosing your subjects accordingly. Maybe you are choosing all 4 HLs, maybe you are choosing 2 HLs, 2 HLs, but you have to make sure that you are choosing the subjects which will make you eligible to choose careers like this. Okay. Um just moving on to the next set, which is commerce. I'll quickly talk about the new age careers like digital marketing specialist. I'm sure most of you would already be on Instagram, on different social media websites. We all know how these online platforms have changed the entire era, have changed the market, products, their services, etc. So how do you actually become that content creator, but in a way, not what all I'm not talking about influencers here. I'm talking about a digital marketing specialist to actually increase the numbers of a particular product in terms of sales, or a fintech professional who is working for intersection of finance and technology. So initially commerce used to be just restricted to business, and technology was just restricted to computer science. But now fintech professional is also something, an innovative, to create innovative financial services is what you can do, being a fintech professional. For these, math is very important. Anywhere, whenever you are going ahead with something related to insurance, investment, finance, mathematics is very important. Math AI, math AA, applied math, or the standard math, we have to make sure that depending upon, we are staying in India, we are going overseas, whatever we are choosing, accordingly we have mathematics as a subject for ourselves. Besides that, blockchain developer, the person who actually specializes in decentralizing these digital ledger systems for secure transactions. That is also very important when we are using our Google Pay. We used to use Paytm or Bharat Pay, etc. We have to make sure that it is all being taken care of and there are no false transactions happening. That's a new age career. Investment analyst, whether I should invest here or not. I want to open a business, this is my idea, but how much money should I invest, or whether should I invest here or not? Looking at the financial data, a market researcher is going to help me with that. Again, here mathematics is very important, your accounts is very important. So you have to make sure that you have subjects like these. E-commerce manager, this is somebody who is managing these online stores, Amazon, Myntra, Flipkart, etc., customer experiences, marketing strategies. Here it's very important that, of course, you will have English as a subject through all 4 years, but it's also very important that when you are an e-commerce manager, and maybe let's say you are into customer experience also, you are taking up certain online courses. There are short online courses available on, again, edx, Coursera, Udemy. Some are paid, some are unpaid, at, again, high school level, that you can do. Since you'll be stepping into high school next year in grade 9, you are taking up these courses for yourself to understand how all of this work, to maybe familiarizing yourself with the professional writing that takes place. Supply chain analyst, again, a lot of universities have started offering MBA in supply chain management, because how to optimize these flow of goods and services from production to consumption using the technology, how does that work, is something you will do as a supply chain analyst. So you have to make sure that you are, if you want to be a part of these careers, mathematics definitely again being the most important part here. But besides that, for certain subjects, it is important that you have accounts. For certain subjects like a blockchain developer or investment analyst, it's important that you have economics for sure. If you have an option for taking economics in grade 9 and 10, and you are leaning towards such careers, make sure that you have an economics in grade 9 and 10 also, otherwise in 11th and 12th for sure. And besides that, also try that you can take up certain courses outside the school curriculum, certain online courses, to also understand what is the latest technology, or what are the latest ways of pursuing a particular career. So you will have those careers available already online. Last but of course not the least, the new age careers, which is in user experience designer, where you focus on designing the digital products that are very easy and enjoyable to use. That's not a part of science completely, that also comes under arts. If you want to pursue something related to digital arts specialist, or creating a digital artwork for video games, movies, online platforms, there are students who used to scribble before, and now they can create animation characters very nicely. Or there are students who draw very nicely, sketch very nicely, they have big portfolios already created for themselves, they are good in photography, etc. So those students can, and here for certain universities mathematics is not required, for certain universities mathematics is required, but your rest of the subject combination could be anything which you feel could be scoring for you. Trust me, I would also suggest from the aspect of, let's say, you can club psychology, you can club mathematics, if you are going for a program like that. English definitely you will be studying. Then there are options of visual arts or art as a subject. You definitely can take that up. Design and technology is a subject that you can take that up and learn the latest technology regarding pursuing all such careers. There is also film or media production. Maybe you won't find it as a very new age career, but working in creation, direction, production of films, web series, or commercials, it wasn't up to that extent being practiced earlier, up to the extent it is practiced these days. I have students who have directed films, created their portfolios, and not that they did it in grade 12. They've done it right now in grade 8, grade 9. I had a student who was working on all of this starting grade 6. And how did it start? Maybe doing something at the school only, when an event at school is happening, and if you have your own camera, if you don't want to do it through camera, maybe there is an editing that you are doing, not just using the online platforms which are available readily available on Google, but also learning the techniques how to go about it. So this is all that you can do. But for all such careers that I have talked about, it is important that you have design technology or visual arts, because some universities would look at your portfolio. Flames University here, or if you are applying at Pearl Academy, they would want to look at your portfolio. It will be helpful. And besides that, it is important that you are pursuing, let's say, something related to, there is elective English, some schools offered, if you want to take that up. If you want to pursue a foreign language, a new language, that is also something that you can actually take up. That is one. It would be helpful even if you stay in India. Ultimately, just in case, due to whatever reasons, if things are not going your way, you would know a foreign language that would help you in taking up the job of a translator. Besides that, at various levels, let's say you are joining something in media and relations, or journalism, or something related to communication designing, product designing, you are working at a global company, and this foreign language on your resume would always give you a step up and edge over other people who do not know that particular language. And now I am not saying that it has to be Germany only, or German language only, or French only. I saw a couple of students talking about that they are interested in Germany. So if you are looking at overseas universities like that, especially in Europe, it's always a good idea, maybe if you are identifying that so early, that you learn that language, because a lot of universities at an undergraduate level do not offer you an English taught program, or may there, if even if they are offering, there could be limited options. So from that aspect, if let's say you are looking at Germany, right now it's the perfect time, maybe starting in grade 9, start learning your German language. Maybe start make sure that by grade 11 or 12 you are actually passing out the levels that is required to be for a particular that is required to be there at Germany for a particular university. And then understand that even if you don't go ahead with an English taught program and rather you go ahead with the German taught program, it will be easier for you to actually go ahead with that particular uh, application process, right? Can we go ahead, Debapriya? So yeah, uh, just quickly talking about how you can define your academic and career goals, understanding the field of study, career aspirations, identifying your personal preferences and priorities. All of this you just can do by taking those three assessments on the Cialfo platform. And if you want to arrange for a career counseling one-on-one for the students who take it, as Ms. Debapriya mentioned, try to take it in just one go, all three assessments without any distraction, no phone, no TV, no other friend around you, just you and that screen, and you taking that particular aptitude test. That would be helpful. Researching the college options, it's very important. Too early maybe for some of you to understand that why are we talking about the colleges right now. Just to reiterate, we are talking about it right now because when you go to a particular university, again, some universities in India and a lot of universities overseas, they look at your profile starting from grade 9. They look at your academics starting from grade 9. What did you score in grade 9, in grade 10, in grade 11, grade 12 midterms, grade 12 pre-boards, grade 12 predicted scores will be there on the basis of that. And then they will give you an admission offer or maybe decide not to give you an admission offer. So that is the reason we are talking about your subject selection, your overall profile, your academic grades, everything right now. So that when you start with your grade 9, you are able to work on all of that. Okay. You have to visit campuses, you have to connect with admission. So again, how to do that online? You don't actually have to fly to the US to look at the NYU campus, right? Or maybe if right now you are sitting in Mumbai, you really don't have to go to Pune or to Bangalore to look at certain campuses. You can be there. A lot of universities, or maybe on YouTube there are already uh, campus tours available. Go through them, go through the tours and understand that what are the resources and opportunities available there, and would it align with what you want to do in your life or not. If we can move to the next slide, Debapriya. Yeah. And after that, of course, once we know that, okay, these are the 5 colleges or 10 colleges, universities I want to apply, unless they are based on a particular COET exam or any other university specific exam, or for law like we appear for CLAT, unless these universities are based on these particular exams, we have to make sure that we are creating a list, which is that, like you will see in the bookmark section on your Cialfo platform. Once you are able to log in, there is a long list, there is a short list, and then there is an applying list. Certain universities are there which are most likely to give you an admission offer. Certain universities are there in reach, competitive, and some are our target, that here probably I'm not meeting the criteria academically, but I want to target that university. I want to know what kind of experience would it be. Let's try and apply to that university, maybe I'll get into it. So we should make sure that we are putting up a list which is balanced in nature, and that's how we are going about it. For your application process, for your decision making on subjects and later on universities, we are available to provide you that end to end support along with your school counselors. They're already doing a great job by supporting you with everything. And just in case if we are needed, we are there to support you with that as well. If we can move to the next slide, Devapriya. Yeah. So, right. Next slide, Devapriya. So here, when you log into your Cialfo platform, whenever you are able to, it is essential for you to complete your profile, to look at all the events that happen, all the webinars that these universities do. It's not only about college education, it is also about different careers that you wish to pursue. I think somebody was talking about what subjects should I have for anthropology. History, civics, yes, maybe in your grade 9 and 10, but at grade 11th and 12th, you can have sociology as one of your options. And besides that, nothing else. Like, of course, you have to study different subjects as per your, what, how much you can score, or as per your interest. But you try, if you can have sociology as one of the subjects at that particular time. If you also have environmental sciences, if that is an option, that would be great too. And similarly, math, if you are looking at certain overseas options, math, if you're looking at certain options where in India it will be required. But otherwise, math is not required for pursuing anthropology as such at the bachelor's level. Okay. For students who are looking at Bachelor of Sciences options and not Bachelor of Arts options, again, math could be a requirement for certain universities and colleges. So all these all this information subject wise may also be available in the videos that you will see on the platform. So try and attend these videos as per your availability, maybe along with your friends, parents, siblings, and at least go through certain guides for yourself. Come up with queries then, so that we can talk about it and then move forward and help you navigating your steps to make a career path for yourself. I'll just take 5 more minutes. I know we are already 6 minutes ahead, and thank you so much if for your patience. Next slide, Devapriya.
We also have a few questions flowing in, Tanisha, so we'll take that after you're done.
Sure, sure.
Okay.
Just quick 5 minutes. Next slide, Devapriya. The timeline one. Yeah, the previous one. Yeah. I'm not sure how many of you can see this slide right now. We are also, we can definitely share this with your school also to be shared with you. This is basically a global application timelines and planner, irrespective of whether you want to look at India or you want to look at overseas. This is not something that you have to do only in grade 12. There are a few things in this slide that you can do right now. Okay. By right now, that is, I'll pick up certain things that you can do right now. One would be course selection. Right now, you may not know whether you want to pursue law, you want to pursue anthropology or economics, etc. But you can definitely choose the subjects and understand that yes, this is right for my career, or no, I want to go ahead with the elimination policy. This is for sure I don't want to do. So both things are correct, but we have to understand at the moment that how do we want to proceed with that. So that course selection is not something that, okay, today I choose this is what I want to do. That course selection is basically uh, you doing certain activities, being a part of certain courses, having certain discussions, watching certain videos, and then deciding maybe after 6 months, 1 year, that this is where I want my career to be. Okay. Besides that, if you are also looking forward to certain summer schools, certain summer activities, winter schools, you can be a part of them. They are available starting from grade 8 and grade 9 also by certain universities. In India, most of them you'll find it for grade 11 and 12, and very few for grade 10. Just in case, if you know that you want to go overseas and you want to explore that as an option, even if you want to learn more about it, then you can definitely look at summer school from that aspect also. Besides that, another thing that you can also do is that where with whomsoever you are working, or you are interning, or you are doing a particular activity, or let's say you are doing a particular community work, maybe you can have a good contact with them, so that later, even if let's say you're applying to Ashoka University in India and you get a letter of recommendation from them at a later stage, it will be helpful to uplift your profile. So you can make sure that from that aspect, with whomsoever you are working, you have that kind of rapport that they can write one for you at a later stage. That letter of recommendation would be outside your school letter of recommendations that would go to the university. For the students or parents who do not know what does a letter of recommendation mean, it's basically not all universities would ask for certificates. Some do. Ashoka University does. But basically, a school writing about you, or a person with whom you have worked, who have known you, they're writing about you, about your personality, about your conduct, about your achievements, what you have done while working with them. And that's like a reference letter that the university will get along with your application. Besides that, one last thing that I would suggest that you do is, if any one of you or either of you is interested in pursuing their education overseas for sure, and specifically when you are looking at certain European countries or the US or even Canada, okay, you can start exploring the College Board website. That College Board website will help you in understanding specifically about two examinations, standardized tests. One is SAT. This exam is mandatory for a lot of US universities, mandatory for certain programs in Singapore also, accepted by universities in Europe as well, accepted by certain universities in Australia as well. And SAT is also accepted by a lot of Indian universities. Okay. So, from that aspect, maybe appear for it when you are finishing your grade 11 or grade 12, but a lot of students start preparing for it starting from grade 9 again. Okay. So go through that, research on it, and maybe learn more about it. It's an aptitude test. Math and science are the two sections, 800 scores each. Out of 1600, you will get a score. If you have above 1500, it's a brilliant score for yourself. Similarly, the second set of exams are advanced placement exams. It's basically on the basis of American curriculum. If you'll go through the syllabus of these exams, these tests, APs are what we call them as. Again, you maybe start appearing from for them starting in grade 9 or 10. You're looking at the UK, certain Indian universities accept that and give you the credits just like IB scores do. US accepts that, certain Australian universities accept that. So you may look at the AP exams as well. About 24 of them take place in India at different centers. So go through the curriculum and first of all identify whether you should be taking them or not, or if you wish to discuss anything about them, more than happy to have a chat with you to explain the pathway around that. Happy to take up the questions, ma'am, now. And if you wish to connect, please feel free to follow us on Instagram or email on this email ID, or the best way is to get in touch with your school and they'll help us in connecting with you. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Tanisha. That was so elaborate and such a lovely content that you have, and so many questions I'm sure are already clear. But we'll take up a few that are coming up, and I'll try and combine a few together to help us do it quickly. So someone is asking about what are these, like, if you have different interests, like I have interest in coding and then fine arts also. In such cases, what should I be doing?
Right. So, a lot of students, I'm not sure again if you have heard about product designing. That is one of the top career that I can think of right now if you want to go ahead with that. But besides that, I would suggest that if you are looking at India, your options should be something related to Ashoka Kriya Flames, which are offering you to study both subjects at the same time. You should definitely have physics and mathematics, and besides that, you should have visual arts or design technology as your subjects. While studying it, you should also be focusing on creating a portfolio for yourself, so that when you are applying to the university, you can apply to a certain design program. Yes, graphic designing is also one of them, and communication design is also one of them, but it would have less of coding. But and then accordingly pursue your career in that particular stream. That is just a few, like one of the few examples. There are multiple other options available. I can discuss it at length if you wish to connect one on one.
Okay, great. The next one is about what university or courses are available for learning insurance, product, and industry.
What are the courses available for learning
Insurance
insurance?
product and industry. So insurance industry and insurance product.
Okay. So for that, anyhow, we'll still be taking, at the school level, you will be proceeding with your commerce subjects, which will include math. English, of course, is there. You will have economics, and you will be proceeding with your subjects like accounts or business and management, whatever is available as per your school. All of that would be necessary. Besides that, if you wish to if you have certain subjects like related to, if you want to do something outside your school curriculum, consumer behavior, or you want to study more related to micro and macroeconomics, those subjects are also available, where you can build your credits around that. And your industry insurance is something that will come at the master's level. At an undergrad level, you won't have any specific career to pursue there. Very few universities would share that, and I would also not suggest that we take that up at an undergrad level, because that will really that would really narrow down your options to pursue a career. So, just to have a lot of options available, choose that at the master's level.
Okay, so any other, I mean, any university that you can specifically talk about for insurance?
Again, in India, if I'm not wrong, OP Jindal is offering certain specializations in insurance as a program, and they are good with law and business both.
Okay.
That we can proceed with. If I have to talk about maybe in the US, there is Fordham University, there is Indiana University, Bloomington. If I'm not wrong, University of Chicago also offers you that. Uh, yeah, and any other country that I should be covering?
That's helpful, but I think, yeah, we can connect with you on this if needed.
Right.
The next one is about medical field. Is NEET compulsory or we can opt for CET?
Okay, so in India, if you want to stay, NEET is what I know is like you have to appear for it, and you should have PCM, all three sciences. There was, a discussion where it was being said that maybe you can skip physics, but as per my experience till date, I would suggest to have all three sciences while you appear for your NEET exam. Secondly, if you're looking at overseas, then math is also very important for you to appear for the medicals or be a part of MBBS at your undergraduate level directly from the first year. So, but for that, NEET is also being considered by certain Singapore universities, a very few European universities also. But for some other universities in UK and Australia, you have to appear for an exam known as UCAT, UKCAT for UK, or UCAT ANZ for Australia. CET would not give you access to a lot of, I would say, medical universities. Like, it would limit your options. So, NEET is the answer for that.
Thank you. Also, a lot of questions about medical in Germany. Anything, any university, and do you recommend that course there?
To be frank, I have had no student till date in these more than 8 years who has gone for medical in Germany. There are students who have gone for medicine in Ireland, for sure. If you're talking about that region, even at a place in there is in Czech Republic, there is a place where the student has gone for medical, but not in Germany. In Germany, the most of the students, of course, they go ahead with mechanical engineering, automobile engineering, or these days computer science and data science also, but not for medical.
Okay.
So I can look at some universities and maybe get back to you, but I would also not suggest Germany as the place for you to go ahead with medicine.
Okay, thank you. So, if students have opted for commerce but is weak in maths, what options and what scope is there if maths is not a subject they're taking?
Right. If you still want to restrict yourself to a program related to business and entrepreneurship only, then a lot of universities still, accept you even if the mathematics is not there completely, or if our scores in mathematics are comparatively low, right? But if you want to consider options which are more related to, let's say, uh, more from the research part, you will have to include stats, because you will be learning about certain softwares even while becoming a market researcher, when you have to put formulas and present the data. Or even if you are going ahead with something related to, let's say, so there is a program that is offered by one of the universities, bachelor's in business and society. So how you are going to study about the market trends in that particular business, or even if you are going ahead with international business and you are learning about global perspectives, in that case also math is not required. But if we just have to make sure that are we going ahead with certain specializations which is related to which would have even statistics part of it, or you don't you even want that, then probably if you're not looking at that at all, then you might have to change yourself to, you have knowledge of business, but maybe you want to be a journalist, or you want to go ahead into media or something like that, or you want to be something related to digital marketing specialist, but maybe for certain businesses where you have your more interest in. So these can be some outsourced careers, I would say, could be the ones that we can have.
Yeah,
uh,
that gives them the option to, select from and think about.
yeah.
All right, I'm moving to the next one, which is if you want to build a career in sports, what are some options? And the other one would be in performing arts.
Right. So for sports, it's up to you. If you want to go ahead with sports psychology, then you can have subjects related to humanities. If you are math, would again, if I'm suggesting, I'm saying it again and again, I know, but in grade 11 and 12, if you have maths, that does open a lot of options for you. Besides that, if you're looking at something related to sports science, exercise, and health related, then you definitely need science subjects. If you don't have physics, that's completely okay, but biology and math is a must again at that particular level. And for performing arts also, math is not required for a lot of universities for performing arts. You need to have a portfolio in the specific area that you want to proceed with. They are not looking at perfection, but they want to look at your passion through your portfolio. So that's something you should start building, about 15 to 18 art pieces related to that. And besides that, you should have something. Let's say you have something in music as a subject, if you want to have that, or maybe you are a part of certain activities outside school curriculum again, which are showcasing your profile, your practical indulgence in that particular area that you want to proceed with. I think also see for architecture, it's PCM, it's a must that you have physics, chemistry, mathematics. In India, a lot of universities are not asking for portfolio except 2 3 universities for architecture. For overseas, a lot of universities ask for a portfolio for architecture also as a subject, if you want to be a professional architect with all the accreditations and all. Yes, ma'am, go ahead.
Yeah, fields in chemistry, courses in chemistry.
Okay, so it depends that whether you want to just restrict yourself to something related to laboratory, or you want to move to the healthcare sector of it completely, and you want to club it with biology, and you want to be in something related to pharmacy. But if you want to study chemistry, BSc chemistry, or maybe go ahead with food science later and all, that's up to you. But at a school level, you need to have chemistry for sure, mathematics for sure, when you are applying for a chemistry as a subject for yourself.
Lovely,
Okay.
thank you. I'm going to take a few more questions. There are lots of them coming in, I understand, but we will choose and select a few. The others can definitely put that up on the portal and ask questions about, and also do their research that time. So for now, if you can help us guide with a little bit of law as the stream, what are some options there?
Right. So when we talk about law as a program, I know that a lot of students are looking at law, which is a 5 years degree, or if you are looking at the law, which is a 3 years degree. And so basically, integrated law is a 5 year course, which is BA LLB, BBA LLB, which has both business administration and law, and then there is BCom LLB, which is Bachelor of Commerce and Bachelor of Laws. You need to the subjects that you need to have, it can be commerce also. There are certain sciences students also who have taken up law later, and there are certain art students also pursuing legal studies, sociology, history, political science as their subjects, and after that they have taken up the law. For applying for law, we all know, for 5 year integrated programs, basically most of the students go ahead with common law admissions test, which is CLAT. to It's majorly used for your national law universities, where you will have the NLUs, what we call them. And you have to be when you are appearing for the CLAT exam, you will be answering questions related to English, general knowledge, legal aptitude, logical reasoning, and mathematics. If you are looking at certain universities, like I talked about Jindal Global Law School, OP Jindal, their law is very famous. They have their own exam of law. LSAT India is also what they accept, which is law school admission test. And they also have their own exam if you want to go ahead with that. Most of the law exams are also going to test your analytical reasoning, your logical reasoning, your reading comprehension, critical thinking, etc., to understand whether you are a good fit for that or not. If you are looking at other state level or university level exams, like Symbiosis has SCT law, or Maharashtra has its MHCET law. So they are also separate exams for you to apply. The higher your ranking and the merit score is, accordingly you will get your national law universities and NLUs, National Law of India University in Bangalore, or National Academy of Legal Studies and Research, Hyderabad, etc. Besides that, if you are looking at civil procedure or family law, corporate law, constitutional law, etc., then 3-year LLB programs are also something that some students go ahead with. Clearing the bar council exam comes in later, after you've completed your law degree, which is the All India Bar Examination. Now, having said that, a lot of universities overseas are also accredited and recognized by Bar Council of India, specifically in UK and Australia. So, if you wish to study law over there as well, it can be helpful for you. Uh, and But for that, for some universities, not for all, you can appear for the law exam, which is LNAT. And if you're looking forward to pursue law in countries outside, like let's say in US and Canada, you have to pursue a pre-law degree, which is either in economics, legal studies, in subjects like these, or political science, etc. Then you have to appear for the LSAT exam there, and then you get into the law school. Yeah, and moot court training, and being a part of, interning at law firms with advocates, being a part of NGOs, working on policies, government agencies. Of course, it will be a part of your law program, but anything out of this, even as an observership, if you can do at your school level, that is really helpful for you to understand if you wish to proceed with it or not.
Wow, that's great. I know you've been speaking for a while now, and we'll take a few more questions, just a little bit. I'm trying to, narrow it down to a few. So all those who are asking about best universities, you can check that on the portal. You can check that on the other systems and engines, otherwise on search engines. But we will stick to the subjects that we need and career pathways right now. So subjects for AI, if they want to take something in AI and engineering. So with engineering, if you can also highlight with the entrances that they need to apply for.
Right. Uh, of course, PCM is what we are looking at: physics, chemistry, mathematics. Where whatever curriculum you are studying, CBSE, ICSE, IBCP, IBDP, ASA levels, we need to have these three subjects intact: physics, chemistry, mathematics. It's very important. And here we are not talking about applied mathematics or anything. We are talking about standard mathematics only, which has everything along with it. Okay, so these are the subjects that you should have. Besides that, like these curriculum offers computer sciences, informatic practices, or information technology as also another subject. You should definitely be studying that as well, to have some, I would say, basic knowledge about yourself, about the subject, before you actually take that up at an undergraduate level. After that, a lot of students, even again starting from grade 9, there are a lot of academies, or these centers where they start preparing for JEE, for getting into the top IITs, etc. But besides that, a lot of universities run their own set of exams, and a lot of states have their own set of exams that you can appear for. If you are looking at like Manipal University, or you are looking at Watson University, or you are looking at something related to VIT, Vellore Institute of Technology, SRM University, they also have their own set of exams. If you or and they are also considering your academic scores and your JE scores if you have appeared for that, to give you the admission. And besides that, if you are looking at overseas, then in that case, PCM of course is the requirement. There is no such exam that you have to appear for a lot of universities in different countries, except for certain universities in the UK. If you are targeting countries like Oxford, Cambridge, Imperial College London, etc., or if you are targeting something in a country like Canada, so there is a university by the name University of Waterloo which have their own exam that you should be appearing for some students it's not mandatory depending on their academic profile, but ideally if you appear for that, it also helps you in getting certain amount of scholarship there. Besides that, I would also want to add here, anybody who is looking at overseas, which I missed adding before, uh, always try and understand that if you are asked to appear for an English proficiency exam, it is because you hold a passport and you have been studying in a country where the first language is not English. That's why you are being asked to appear for an English proficiency exam, which can be IELTS or TOEFL. Okay. And I think, ma'am, I think I've seen a question where somebody has asked regarding pursuing a better place or the best place to pursue medical in
Overseas.
overseas. The best place would be if you directly want to go to MBBS, the medical college, you don't want to pursue any other thing like a pre-med or something, then UK is one of those countries that offers that. You have to appear for an exam known as UCAT, and it you can only take it in the year of while you will be studying in grade 12 around September, October. Registrations open in the month of July. You have to appear for that. It's not exactly neat, but you will see that if you are preparing yourself for neat, a lot of syllabus is covered for that as well. Previous year papers are also available online. If you are looking at Australia, that also helps you in getting into the direct medical option available. UCAT ANZ is also one of the exams that you have to appear for. And then there is Ireland, which also helps you in like lets you pursue the MBBS degree directly. Not all universities there have a particular exam, but your academics need to be very strong for that. If you are looking at options like US, Canada, or even in UK and Australia, there are certain options where you can go ahead with pre-med with a program like biochemistry, biological sciences, etc., and then later appear for the MCAT exam. MCAT, right? And then the medical exam. And then after that, the acceptance rate is very low for international students. But after that, you get into the medical college. So in UK, Ireland, Australia, it will be about 5 to 7 years for you to complete this your degree of MBBS. Whereas in US, to complete your entire education and to become a doctor, it can take up to 8 to 9 years also.
Okay, lovely. Thank you. Some repetitive questions. I would like you to listen to the video for AI, for JE. Also for JE, aerospace engineering and research, is JE compulsory?
Not all, again, it depends from university to university. Not all universities ask for JE for you to have for aerospace engineering. So there are for certain engineering programs, like even I want to talk about, I don't know about this year or last year, because but in my 8 years experience I've had a student who went for biomedical engineering, which is relatively new, and he was not required to appear for JEE. So for aerospace engineering also, I know that it's not compulsory for each of the colleges, but it's just that we have to check that to have like a straight answer for universities. I cannot say that none of the universities require it.
Okay, perfect. I think I'll go with the last one question on culinary streams. What is the entrance? What are the ways to get into something in that area?
Right. So again, culinary arts, you first of all can be, you may have something like chemistry as a subject to showcase that you do know about food. right? That can be one of the options. Or you can be good with, you can have commerce also as a subject, maybe to show your management skills over there. And I'm not here referring to hospitality management or hotel management, okay? I'm just saying that as a background up to school level. And you can also have arts, but along with math and one some science subject is again also a necessity at certain universities, and that science is chemistry. Besides that, for culinary arts, what you again need to have is portfolio. So one of my students who went for, a lot of students with me have gone for culinary arts, but one of my students who have gone for culinary arts there, he had a portfolio. He was more into baking at that particular time, and he had written his own recipes. He had actually created something. I have also had the cakes that were baked by him, and they were delicious. And how, what was his thought process, and how he has created those recipes, how he used to decorate them, all those beautiful looking art pieces, I would call them, and not cake pieces. That was really nice that he had put up together. And the university would look into all of this, and your, like, and of course your academic grades for everything, for every subject, academic, non academic. Academic grades up to grade 12 are very important. And that is all. Like, and then after that you apply for it. There is also some universities do a competition or like a audition kind of thing, like certain music universities do that. Similarly, if you're applying for culinary arts, certain such universities, I know one of my known to pursued it from Oberoi's in India, and she had to give that kind of audition. She went only purely for baking. She's also represented India at a France competition last year, and she won that. I'm not sure how many of you follow all of that, but just letting you know. So she had to appear for that kind of competition, that audition, and after that, the tasting and all was done, and then she was selected for that. So there are programs available, but yeah, these are the different processes that different universities follow. There is also theory, but of course practical part of it has higher grades in academics when you're actually appearing for it.
Okay, nice. I can see still a lot of questions coming in, and I know they will keep flowing in. They can write back to us and on Cialfo. But if you permit, Tanisha, can we take one more?
Yeah, go
Yes.
ahead.
That's about CA and actuarial science. You can take that one up, or something with BTech that I was constantly seeing, cosmetic and BTech. So either of this that you can take up.
Okay. First, I'll talk about CA and actuarial sciences. These are two different things. So, what exactly should I be talking about this? If CA is
Yes.
not that you do as a degree, actuarial sciences is
Mm,
available as a degree.
mm.
If you are looking at overseas, there are a lot of globally recognized accreditations and examinations that you can take up after completing your bachelor's, in a bachelor's of business administration or business management degree. But what you do CA in India is totally different, and you can pursue it. Like, it is a, like, certain universities and institutes have started offering it as a as your proper undergraduate bachelor's degree also, I know. But I would still suggest to wherever it's not a certificate, it's just kind of a diploma, complete for pursue a proper bachelor's degree. But I'm quite sure this is not the question. It would be something
It was
regarding,
just written as CA or actuarial science, so couldn't really get into it.
as a these are two different things. So either I would want to talk to you about it, and then understand that whether you should go ahead with CA or actuarial sciences. Because, and I can explain you, actuarial science is more about risk management and analysis, investment analysis, etc. New age career. CA, money is good, you earn well if you are able to crack the exam. Investment analysts also, get a good pay, but then it's up to you what is it that you want to go ahead with. Both require math, your finance needs to be strong. So I think we can talk about it at certain levels, and then understand that which one you should choose.
Right. I think that should be good. And we know parents and students, there are lots of questions you have. And Tanisha, you had displayed your contact information, right? Sometime back, your email ID or something. If you can put that up again so they can ask you directly if they have to put up something, or Cialfo portal, like we mentioned, is the place that you can log into and then do your assessments and then have more clarity of what exactly you want to do, and then you can put up a question there on the helpline. Am I right?
Yeah.
Yeah,
You
exactly.
can do that, and some of the students who have not able to log in as of now, once you are able to log in, you will also find an option of consult with Cialfo guides.
Yeah,
That's I think Devapriya will help us in logging and showing us that option on the portal. And you can, once you do that and you click on I am interested, she had shown that before, but I'm not sure who all were there at that particular time. So once you show that, once again, so yeah, free one-on-one uni guidance. If you click here, or you can see there is a gift from Cialfo, it all takes you to the same screen, this screen. I am interested. We will get a notification. Eventually, you will get a Calendly link from our end. Once you do that, that Calendly link has a lot of calendar dates and time slots available. Students or parents can schedule that meeting. Our calendar will be automatically blocked. And we always suggest to keep your school in loop, so you can add your school counselor's email ID while blocking a session like that. And then we all can connect and have a virtual meeting and discuss about your queries.
absolutely.
And yes, there are options available for astronaut or pilot overseas. There are universities which are proper aviation, I would say, or pilot schools, but they are not proper degrees. And there are certain universities which give you a degree in aerospace engineering or becoming an astronaut. Astronaut is something else, pilot is something else, right? So they would give you a degree in that, but they would also have flying school as a part of that their curriculum. So yeah, there are a lot of options available. In UK there are less, in US, Canada comparatively there are more. But if you'll just see online, yeah, there would be more diploma and certification courses, but try to go for a degree, because visa should also not be a problem. uh, Somebody has talked asked to talk about psychology. I'm myself from a psychology background, bachelor's, master's, and specialization in child guidance and family counseling. I've done my internships at PGI and all. I'm not sure if all of you, if you know about PGI in child psychology. So I'm more than happy to talk to you about it. As a high school level, you should have psychology as a program if you're looking forward to pursue it at a master's or at a bachelor's level. If even if you are interested in just organizational psychology or child psychology or clinical psychology, you will still have to study psychology as a program at an undergrad level. If you are looking at BS psychology at certain universities like Christ University, also in India, I remember at least, at least till some time back, they were looking at mathematics as an option, at mathematics as a recommendation that you should have math in your grade 11th and 12th. And there are a lot of universities which would not require mathematics for pursuing BA psychology, because in India, BA psychology is more available. BSc psychology is less available. So and even if, like I said, these are the specializations, if you want to pursue them, criminal psychology is also being done by a lot of people, and then they pursue law, etc. So for that, you have to make sure that you are studying psychology at an undergrad level and later choosing your specialization. Do not just choose the specialization, because very few universities offer that. But yeah, um, it's a great program. Do study that.
Okay, shall we then move to concluding for today's session? I think it was lovely for having such curious parents and students around to have these questions. It was lovely to know that they have so many questions that we can slowly cater to as we move ahead as well, from CIALPOs and from your school psychologists also. All the counselors that you see in your schools are psychologists. You can get in touch with them. We can get in touch with Cialfo and help you out also with it. So all the respective branches have their own school counselors you can really go to and seek some answers from. On that note, again, as we conclude, I'd like to extend my heartfelt thanks to Devapriya and Tanisha, to all the parents, to all the students who are watching this live on YouTube, for all the questions you asked, for all that patience you had, and the interest you showed in listening to this. A big thank you to Cialfo for their continued collaboration and support in empowering our students and to explore global opportunities and Indian opportunities here too. Our gratitude to, of course, Children's Academy Group of Schools and the management for their support, to the branding team, Faith, who has been running a smooth live stream here, and to the care team, of course, for their consistent efforts in integrating Cialfo at our school. Thank you all for making this event so insightful and have a wonderful evening. We close this meeting now.
Thank
Thank
you.
you.
Thank you, everyone.
Thanks, everyone.
Have a great evening. Bye.
Thank you, school.
Bye.